Hi, RD Berry here. Welcome to my Let's Play of Stray. This is Chapter 1, Episode 1. Um, so first of all, a little bit of backstory on the game. I haven't played this. I have seen, like, the beginning of a Let's Play, a while ago just to see if I might like the game, and I have played the first few minutes just to make sure that the technical aspects are functioning properly, but otherwise I have not. But I haven't actually played the game before. Otherwise, um, the game itself, I did watch a kind of making of video. It's the locale is based on the walled city of Kowloon. And in case you don't know, which I certainly didn't until I looked it up, Kowloon is a city in Hong Kong, which in itself is a uh, peninsula of China. Used to be a British colony. But within the city of Kowloon, there's a walled city, which is basically a neighborhood, and I guess it was an old fort at some point, and it just sort of got taken over by the dispossessed people of the city, and it basically fell into anarchy. It was one of the most populated, um, or most densely populated few blocks in the world. 35,000 people living in a very small area. And it was ungoverned and essentially ungovernable. And basically, gangs took it over, the triads. So, or organized crime may be a better term. But and eventually it was torn down and turned into a park because it was just very unpleasant to live there. So you'll kind of get kind of a dark vibe from the atmosphere. Um, and you'll also see a lot of uh, I guess references to Chinese culture and that kind of thing, or specifically Hong Kong culture. Um, Anyway, that's about all I know about the game in general. I'm gonna go ahead and start. They do give you multiple save, which I appreciate, and there's also a chapter select feature, which I do appreciate as a Let's Player, so I don't have to go in and do backup saves and all that kind of nonsense. So just go ahead and get started with a new game. Little cutscene at the start here. This is kind of a puzzle game, but it's more. They put a lot of work into the aesthetics of it. Like I said, they base the uh, base the environments on a real city, and there's just a lot of work on the environment and whatnot. It's not an open world game, and I think that's to be expected because of all the work they did put into the environments. They wouldn't. It's just basically an independent studio, so they didn't really have a lot of resources to invest in a large open world game. But plus, puzzle games are generally not open world. So anyway, it looks very nice. There's already some interaction between the plants here. I'm gonna go ahead and now it's basically the game basically uses prompts to tell you what to do. So you'll be hitting a specific button a lot to do certain actions. I guess the original plan, from what I understand, was to make it more of a platformer, so you would hit a jump button and have to time it correctly so you'd land where you wanted to land, and that did not go over well with the playtesters, so they changed it more to a prompt system. So it's not. It could have, in an alternate universe, it would have been a platformer and not a puzzle game, but that would have been interesting. But it's not what happened. All right, let's go ahead and hit the Y button here and see what happens. Yeah, it's so cute, right? So apparently the devs had like 3 actual cats in they were studying to get the movement and the behavior right, and if you've ever owned a cat, you'll see a lot. You won't. They've done a great job of making the cats look cat-like, I guess. And this took a lot of work. There's a kind of a rule of thumb that the difficulty of making motions look realistic is proportional to the number of legs. So 0 legs easy, 2 legs difficult, 4 legs really difficult. When you start getting into 6 and 8 legs, well, then you're talking about kind of aliens or insects or things that you wouldn't necessarily be familiar with anyway. So then it kind of gets easier, because if you get it wrong, if you try to do a spider, most people don't really know how spiders move anyway, so if you don't do it right, then a lot of people won't notice. Anyway, so I think the goal for this section is just to kind of talk in quotes to the 3 other cats here. So I just wanted to take my time on this, though, because I just wanted to it's really worth just sort of taking a moment to appreciate how realistic the movement is and whatnot. So I'm just sort of taking my time with that. Right. So let's go ahead and do the other cats, and there's just a little play scene each time. Yeah. And cat number 2 is going over to the cardboard box and having a rest. Okay. I think there's a... There we go. Purring. Right, I'm pressing the B button. That's kind of a... It's a meow button, basically. I don't know if there's any point in the game where meowing is actually a mechanic, but it's a nice touch that they put that in there. So far the other buttons don't seem to do anything. Alright, so let's go over to the box and have a rest with the other guys. Alright, I am going to leave it there, and this is the start of the next chapter, either chapter 1 or chapter 2. I'm not sure how we're going to count them here, but so I will leave it here for now and come back with chapter 2, Inside the Wall, in the next episode. Hope you'll join me for that, and until then, bye.